Welcome to Everyday Enlightenment. I'm Claritha, and today I just want to remind you to be gentle with yourself with all of the shifts that you're going through. And I've been speaking to this since January about all the different shifts that we're going through in this like ascension tunnel, but we are shifting. I don't even think we're aware of how much we're shifting in so many different aspects of our lives because we are shifting psychologically, noticing different thoughts and behaviors and belief systems that are coming up in, that may or may not be in contrast to what you're seeing visually outside you and around you. And so I feel like a lot of us are changing how we think about things. Our thought patterns are, choosing different belief systems. And so there's that aspect of shifting and changing and growing and expansion going on inside of our heads that we can't even see, but that's a psychological sort of like background program that's happening. We are also shifting physically. Our physical bodies are starting to hold a lot more light, and anything that is not sort of in that vibrational frequency of that light has to leave the body. So a lot of people are still having a lot of aches and pains. I feel like this week it's a lot of pain in the spine, like in the bone, in the skeletal structure, and just like achiness, and a lot of people needing more sleep, including me. So there's that physical shift going on too. There's the emotional shift of just managing your feelings and feeling your feelings with everything that's going on in your in your relationships, in your life, and then how you are reacting or responding to the things that are going on in the world, because it's never ending, right? And so there's that emotional shift in navigating and hopefully learning ways that you can self-soothe, but also be empowered in your emotional well-being. And then there is also just the things happening in our 3D lives, right? Like how you spend your time and energy, what you're working towards, or, what you do day to day in and out to, help sustain your life financially and get the things that you need. But there's also, how you're spending time with your friends and your family, if you still resonate with the people in your life the way that you used to, or if you're looking for new people and new experiences to have new conversations. So there's just so much shifting around us. And a lot of people are like changing jobs or, moving and things like that. So I very strongly feel that in my life this week also. And it doesn't have to be overwhelming though, because a lot of people assume that change is scary, but change can be just as exciting. Like I've said before, fear and excitement are two sides of the same coin oftentimes. And so don't get overwhelmed. Like, if you're an empath and you're a light worker, sometimes you put so much pressure on yourself to make that aligned choice with whatever you're moving through next. But sometimes it's like overwhelming when you're like, oh my God, I can't make any choice because it has to be aligned. And what do I feel? And like, what is my intuition saying? And all of this stuff. So this is just a reminder to be gentle on yourself as you're moving through all of these shifts, and to take a breath. Sometimes we just have to stop and take a breath, right? And then see what comes up for us through our intuition, through our knowingness, through our senses. And so today I pulled a card. Oftentimes when I'm looking for like this deeper confirmation for me, I go to the Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin, I've talked about her before. There's another video about me and Kuan Yin. But I have an affinity for working with Kuan Yin, and she is the goddess of compassion. And I have this deck, the Kuan Yin Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, and I just love it so much. And so it was calling to me this morning after I had my meditation practice, and I pulled a card and I was like, oh, this is for me. And then I was like, oh, this is for everybody too. So I wanted to show you that card and to give you just a little bit of meaning for this card, because it's a great card for a gentle reminder when we're moving through things and trying not to just stress out about what's going on around us. So the card that I pulled today from the Kuan Yin Oracle deck is the Many Hands. Move this so you guys can see it. Many Hands of the Goddess. I think that might be backwards too, but there you go. Try not to get the shine on it. But I want to read what this card signifies, because it's a beautiful reminder. Sorry, you got the little light there, light reflection there on it. But it says the goddess Kuan Yin brings blessings to multiple projects and many different parts of your life and consciousness, beloved. She is not limited to one task at a time. Do not be afraid to surrender into her guiding wisdom and creative genius now, for there is much that you can accomplish together, and she wants to assist you. So basically, there's a longer description, so I'll just read that here. But so it says we often create well when focusing on one project at a time, seeing it through to completion, and then tending to the next one. So very linear, right? Sometimes our attention might be stretched across numerous projects, especially if you have a lot of natural creative energy at your disposal, which I'm triple fire. So you know me, I'm great at starting projects. Finishing them is a challenge. But you may worry that you are being stretched beyond your capacity to be productive, that your creative energy is being dissipated by flipping from one project to another, and that you will not complete anything. But the guidance from our beloved Kuan Yin is to release your worries and intentions to her and let her guide you. When you feel strongly to work on a particular project, perhaps to focus on it for a time, do so. When you feel to step back from it and rest, do so. In the rest, you will replenish, gain new perspective, and return to your creative work more productive. This is an essential part of this process. Trust she is uplifting, guiding, and instructing you through your own intuition so that your projects and creative desires will manifest with the highest wisdom and in the best order and timing. You do not have to worry about too many logs on the fire. You just need to let Kuan Yin guide you and follow your impulses faithfully. So I just thought, spot on for what I'm going through this week, and probably for what a lot of you are going through too. So, take that inspired action, keep on moving in the direction of the things that feel good to you, because, our emotions are our intuitive guided system, but also be gentle enough to yourself to not have to force through everything with a ram. It's learning that delicate balance for yourself about when to move, when to rest, when to be active, when to be receptive. And you get to create it because you're a co-creator of your life, right? And so this is just a reminder that with all of the changes happening internally, externally, energetically, emotionally, you got it. And you just have to keep coming back to yourself over and over and over again to use your internal navigation system, your intuition and your skill set, and managing your energy, observing your thoughts, and then choosing in alignment with that. And you don't have to do it all at the same time. You can do it step by step, but go with what feels aligned for you. All right. So I hope that was helpful for you to kind of get a hold of your week so far. And I also have a new freebie for empaths. So that will be below, but it's a new bundle that I created just for you. There was a video, 2 audios, and a PDF about protecting your energy, a very lovely, high vibrational healing activation meditation where you're connecting heaven and earth inside of yourself, and some other bonus stuff. So if you're interested in that, check it out. The link is below. And I hope you have a good week. Be gentle to yourself.